Selena Gomez and Weeknd wear best matching looks in Buenos Aires. Selena Gomez and Weeknd continue their sightseeing on the next stop of his Starboy, Legend of the Fall World Tour in Buenos Aires, Argentina, and they brought the city's capital their absolute best. The rumored couple was spotted on a date at the Boris Jazz Club at peak relationship goals and head-to-toe matching outfits. They both opted for complete all-black ensembles including black jackets and jeans. The only differences in their looks were the shoes, of course, and the detailing in their coordinating pieces. Selena went with a casual denim jacket, jumpsuit, and topped the look off with a pair of strappy heels with a golden heel. The Starboy singer wore a track jacket with red paneling along the side, a matching tee, simple black jeans, and sneakers with standout white laces. The Weeknd has tour dates scheduled all the way through the beginning of June, so we wonder how much longer they'll keep up their on-point style together. Lucky for fans, he'll be in the States soon enough. Ronaldo bust looks nothing like Ronaldo, and the internet has a field day. A statue of Portuguese soccer star Cristiano Ronaldo has quickly become a social media sensation, but not for the reasons you might think. Ronaldo, 32, was attending a ceremony at Madeira International Airport, renamed Cristiano Ronaldo International Airport in his honor, in Funchal, Portugal, on Wednesday when a bronze bust of his likeness was unveiled. The statue immediately turned heads, including Ronaldo's, as he stood on stage in front of a large crowd. It was obvious the statue, which was meant to reflect the soccer star's perfect smile and slick-back hair, looked nothing like him. Nevertheless, the Real Madrid forward smiled and joined in on the applause. He even posed for photos next to the large bronze head. "I'm happy and honored to have my name given to the Madeira airport," he wrote on Twitter Wednesday afternoon, though he didn't include any photos of the statue. It didn't take long for the internet to respond with glee to the bust's goofy grin and slightly cocked brow. It's certainly not the image fostered by Ronaldo, who once declared, "I am handsome, rich and a great player and people are jealous of me." Users even started to make their own comparisons to the bust, many of which referenced the character Sloth from the movie The Goonies. Basically, anyone but Cristiano Ronaldo. This isn't the first time a statue depicting Ronaldo has made headlines. In 2014, a statue of the soccer star was unveiled in Madeira, Portugal, the island where the star soccer player was raised. People were quick to point out the statue's unusually tight shorts. Ronald didn't seem to mind, however, joking that now there was finally someone prettier than him. The internet mockery of Ronaldo's bust was also reminiscent of the infamous court sketch of New England Patriots quarterback Tom Brady during the first Deflategate civil suit hearing in Manhattan. Artist Jane Rosenberg's portrayal was compared with everything from Lurch in the Addams Family to the figure in Edvard Munch's The Scream. "I tried to capture somebody's essence quickly, so it's not going to be perfect," she said. It wasn't immediately known who created Ronaldo's bust, but it's bound to come out eventually, and the internet will be waiting with bated breath for an explanation. Amal Clooney takes on ISIS, as she as George Clooney prepare for birth of twins. Amal Clooney is mostly in the headlines those days for her expanding baby bump, as she and movie star husband George Clooney prepare to welcome twins in June. Actually, George Clooney also can't avoid questions about impending fatherhood. He was in Las Vegas Tuesday, promoting his new movie Suburbicon, but ducking reporters' inquiries about possible baby names. It's likely that Amal Clooney, a London-based human rights attorney, would prefer that the attention be focused on her advocacy work, on her call to world leaders to hold the Islamic State accountable for the worst crimes of our generation. Clooney's work was on full display Wednesday at a conference in London on accountability for war crimes in Syria and Iraq. She represents the Yazidi people, an ethnic group that has been targeted by ISIS for genocide as well as for rape, slavery and the training of child soldiers. Clooney is assembling records and testimony with the aim of bringing charges against captured and fugitive ISIS soldiers and commanders, The Guardian reported. ISIS views Yazidis as the worst type of infidel because they do not have a holy book, Clooney explained. When ISIS fighters attacked the Yazidi communities in northern Iraq in 2014, they separated out the men and executed them. They also killed any boys who appeared to be entering puberty, she said. Meanwhile, they took thousands of Yazidi women and girls captive. Yazidi girls over the age of 8 and women under the age of 40 were sold through slave markets set up by ISIS, Clooney said. Some were sold over the internet. Many were gang raped. But ISIS is also a bureaucracy of evil and has left behind a trail of evidence, Clooney said. It has created documents that contain the identity of foreign fighters and certificates of slave ownership. All of this evidence is going to be lost if it's not collected soon, Clooney warned. Mass graves are being contaminated as relatives dig for remains of their loved ones. Documents are not being gathered. Witnesses are being dispersed around the world. They are increasingly reluctant to speak about these cases. She said that various legal routes are being explored in the hope of bringing ISIS fighters to justice, The Guardian reported. One route involves lobbying at the United Nations, which has already launched an investigation into war crimes in Syria. Carl's Jr. says goodbye to sexy burger ads. The ads, which featured barely dressed models and celebrities like Charlotte McKinney, Paris Hilton and Kim Kardashian chowing down on beefy burgers, are being replaced by a new campaign that pokes fun at the formerly sexually charged spots. The move, an attempt to appeal to a wider consumer base that cares more about food quality, comes just weeks after former CKE CEO and failed Labor Secretary nominee Andy Puzder claimed the sexy fast commercials helped save the brand. The chain, now ditching its frat boy mentality, will run a new spots that position the fast food restaurants as pioneers of the Great American Burger. One ad features Carl Hardy Jr., the son of fictional company founder Carl Hardy Sr. The elder Hardy will goes up against his son as the two tackle the junior's frat house-like ad campaign while the father was away. But the new messaging may work against the image the brand has been cultivating for the past several years. There's a risk in alienating their old base, because people interested in edgy commercials and edgy branding may not be interested in the new branding, Ernest Baskin, an assistant professor of food marketing at St. Joseph University, told USA Today. After 16 years as CEO, Puzder will be replaced by Jason Marker, the former president of Kentucky Fried Chicken. Trump's former Labor Secretary nominee believes the saucy spots were key to reviving his burger brands during his tenure. I think that any grocery store you go into, or drug stores you're going to see on magazine covers things that are more revealing than you saw in many of our ads. I'm sorry that they feel that way, but we saved the company with those ads, we saved a lot of jobs, Puzder, the former CEO of Carl's Jr. and Hardee's, told Fox Business, earlier this month. Now we prevented it from collapsing, he continued. A big part of that was the way we advertised the brand. We got the attention of this demographic, young hungry guys, which was what our marketing and research department advised us to do. It's not just the commercials that are changing, though. The chain is also remodeling its yellow star logo, which will see removal of the happy face in the middle, with the red and white lettering switched to black. The new logo looks cleaner and more contemporary, Brad Haley, the chief marketing officer for CKE told USA Today. The focus on food quality, rather than quantity or over-the-top offerings, is also something new for the chain as it goes up against premium burger joints like Shake Shack and Five Guys. The restaurants will soon be rolling out all-you-can-drink beverage bars and more natural offerings to appeal to health-conscious consumers. The chain has yet to announce menu items that mirror its new brand positioning.